Warning, shots will be fired during this presentation.
Super Dragon, you think you can replace myself and Disco Machine with a beaner and a fucking nigger? Does the N-word offend you, nigger? You made the right choice. And hey,
YouTube, Glow Yard Gang, podcast listeners, and everywhere else. Welcome to another episode of We Talk Combats, where we talk all things combat, sports, and entertainment. I am 1/4 of the crew. My name is King, if you don't already know. I'm joined by my co-host, first and foremost, BA. I guess since you're right there right now, how are you today, bro? How you feeling?
What's happening?
Not much, same old. You ready to talk about some PLEs and other stuff?
Yeah. Quote, other stuff. Let's talk about it.
All right. What up, babe? How you doing? I know you closer to one more day to your last special day tomorrow. How you feeling today? And you ready to talk about some WWE?
Yeah, and I heard that they broke some Taylor Swift records out there over in Gay Paris. So yeah, let's talk about it.
And last but not least, or maybe he is least because he's an LA Knight fan for some reason. All that background. But what up, Travis, bro? How you feeling today?
Yeah.
We got technical difficulties again, Travis. We can't hear you. Always Travis.
We swear he was talking fine just up until like a minute
You look like
ago.
Ray Charles right
He
now,
was
just
totally
smiling.
fine the whole time.
He was totally fine. Travis, work on your volumes or whatever. Adjust before we get to the next segment. But if you could do us a favor, I can hear you now. There you go. I can hear you now. Do us a favor, but somewhere beside BA's left shoulder, hit that subscribe button for us if you're brand new around here. Also, hit that like button and notification bell so you're notified every time that we have a new show. Sorry, we usually have shows on Sunday afternoons or evenings, but we had actually Clash in Paris went over a little bit, so we had to readjust, change the time to today. But then we ran a little late today because I had to run out with my nephew and watch him do a little training. So shout out to my nephew, shout out to Booty. But yeah, let's get to, if you don't know how the show usually goes, though, we first give out highs and lows. But if you could also, sorry to actually do a whole bunch more, but follow us also over at We Talk Combat Clips. We show all the condensed versions of our shows and the clips. We're trying to get subscribers over there as well to match our subscribers over here. We're very close to 100 on this channel, so we appreciate you guys for that. Continue to share and do all that nonsense and help us get to our goal of 500 subscribers. But with all that being said, I say we get right to the highs and lows. All right, so first we're just going to start off with the week of WWE, and it includes TNA if anyone watched it. So Raw, NXT, TNA Impact, and SmackDown. You guys can give your highs and lows of the week and also give your letter grade for the week. We'll start with you, babe. Queen first. What was your highs and lows of this week and also your letter grade for WWE?
She muted?
No. Yeah, you muted, babe. Can you hear? Okay.
Yeah, I was muted.
What's your highs and lows for this week? And what's your letter grade for everything, not including the PLE?
So I'll run through it fast. Just because this week, like whenever there's a PLE, this week is always, the week before is always just to build up to it, so we can figure out who's going against who, da 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 da. And I know that they dropped out the women's match, so that didn't even happen on the PLE. So everything that happened for the women during the week really meant nothing. Just one of them situations. I know everything was really like the Braun Breaker build up versus Roman Reigns. So that we had that going on this week. But other than that, It was a D week. I would say actually on both the shows actually. So I give them both a D.
That's fine. And you didn't happen to see any TNA Impact or NXT, did you?
I did not. I saw
Okay.
neither this week.
That's perfectly
Sorry,
fine.
TNA Impact people.
Travis, what's your highs and lows of this week's wrestling, excluding the PLE, and your overall letter grade if you aren't frozen?
Okay,
We
yeah,
can't hear you.
these are
No, we hear you.
actually it's pretty much average. Like as for Raw, I'm pretty much positive that Dom needs to win this AAA championship. Like I don't know what's going on with that. Dom needs to win. Finn Balor actually getting ejected this week and actually losing. That's always a positive because everyone knows how I feel about Finn Balor. Finn Balor is completely trash. Just like Nikki Bella, her trash. I want to touch on Nikki Bella, but I'm gonna wait to that to the PLE. But NXT, I did see NXT this week. NXT is pretty cool. It feels like when they don't have like Trick and Javon Evans, is just like average. Like I felt like NXT this week was really like what's the word I'm looking for? Was I would say catered kind of like the Ricky Saints a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. But
You get a
I
feeling.
thought
I'm
that
not to cut you off, bro. But let me ask you this real quick. Since you said that, I just want to segue to this. You get the feeling that Ricky Saints gonna be pushed?
about to be the next person in NXT is about to get some type of push.
Do you feel like they're ready? Like, do you feel not even just a push for NXT? Do you feel like he's been? I guess like they want that.
I don't know. Like I think like I would say like when's the pay-per-view? Their PLE is on the 27th. So if I feel like he wins during their PLE, I think that Oba should be like it should be the reason that Oba should be getting ready to come up to the main roster.
Okay. I agree with that. I just want,
But
like I said, you can finish your point. But if you had to rank them 1 through 4, like if I said, hey, who do you have the most confidence in being pushed like to the moon once they're moved over? And I gave you the names Obafemi, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Ricky Saints. Where would you rank Ricky as far as where you think Triple H wants him?
I would at least say top 2.
So top 2. Okay.
Top 2.
Do you think he's top 2 in that group?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he's top 2 in that group personally?
No.
Okay. Okay, finish your part. I just wanted to get to that. Thank you.
Okay. I thought that Kalani did a good job this week at NXT too also. Like I got show some love too. But okay, now for SmackDown. Man, the solo. you push.
That's why I gave it a D. You gave them both a D. That's why.
You gave Solo the championship. But once you gave him the championship, you just let him just trickle off. Like you just kept giving him L after L after L after L after L, all these L's. But that's what this sucked. I don't want to touch on that yet. I'm gonna say that for the PLE. But yeah, but I thought the street profits and the Melodome Miz match, I thought that was pretty good, especially that spot with the frog splash spots and everything like that. But yeah, for this week of wrestling, not including the PLE, I'm gonna give it a D2 also. Pause.
Queen, you gave it a D or C? You gave it a D, right?
D. Yeah, I gave it a D.
Okay. So we got 2 Ds. Pause. All right, BA. Bro, what were your highs and lows of this week? And what's your overall letter grade?
Well, Raw was pretty average at best. Shout out to Roman. So we got a Roman site. We got 2 Roman signs on the same show. That was different. I would say, oh, he putting in overtime. Clearly we see why. So yes, like I said, Raw was okay. It gets overall. I'm gonna go with a D as well, Paul. So just like along with everybody else, Raw didn't do anything to entertain me whatsoever. To be honest with you, besides Roman being Roman, and that was pretty much it. Yeah, they had some tags. Yeah, the ladies was out there. I'm more interested in the behind the scenes with the Kabuki Warriors and Rhea and how they're swinging that pause versus actually seeing Rhea versus Roxanne or whatever they had. I don't need to see that. So yeah, definitely that definitely was a D for me, a D minus actually. Mm-hmm. Now SmackDown to me was actually impressive, given their run as of late. Mm-hmm. We got an epic promo from John Cena. Well, when I say, I think you said it. Yeah, definitely. You definitely pretty much labeled it. He's the best at telling the truth in an entertaining way. Yep. And when he pretty much tore Logan Paul to shreds, this is one of the ones where as though if Logan becomes one of those dudes, one of those I ain't gonna say epic. If he becomes one of those all-time greats, mm-hmm. then it's gonna be they're gonna flash back to that promo with him, and then the following match, which is pretty good.
This Roman Reigns. This is Roman Reigns where you got called. This is a promo kid. You got to learn how to do it.
Right, yeah. And it was definitely epic for me. And like I said, the whole thing was to me was entertaining, except for Solo losing. I hated that, but at the end of the day, they see something in Sammy. Yes, they see something that we don't see anything in Sammy, but they see something in Sammy. But this is where I want Sammy to be at, though. If Sammy's going for a U.S. title or Intercontinental title, great, because that means what? He's not going for the world title or the WWE title. That's your lane. I hate when you try to step over into the main, you're not a main guy. You will never be a main guy. So I don't like Solo's run, but I don't mind Sammy being a champion because that's his lane. Stay in that realm and you'll be just fine. But yeah, shout out to Chelsea Green and her work as of late. She's probably putting in some of the best work as just a worker / jobber. She's showing up at NXT. She's her stints in NXT with I don't know the other dude name.
Ethan Page.
Yes, they're doing this Canadian thing and whatever. It ain't nowhere near the Hart Foundation, but it's fun, it's entertaining, and then sometimes you just want to be entertained. It is sports and entertainment. So
they better than them. They better than them Black American dudes. I like them better than them.
Facts. Thanks, Traps. So yeah, so that was cool. I don't like was Julia's manager. I don't know her name, Lang or something, Kiana Lang or something.
Yeah. Yes.
Anytime you lose in the 6 seconds or less is pretty bad. Luckily, she had enough wherewithal to kind of do the beat down afterwards. So that was cool. Okay, you at least got the beat down. But that reminds me of your boy, King, when you brought up the dude that was with Gunther and his crew.
Oh, when I told you he lost and I said his career is over.
His career is over. And guess what? His career was definitely over. So
it was over. I told you.
You definitely got that for that. So we'll see what this does for Shorty. But at the end of the day, it's not a good look. But she at least is a manager already, so she might continue to play that. But she's a wrestler, so we'll see. We'll see what she does.
I think her wrestling thing is done. Bro.
She's definitely a better entertainer than some of the other people.
I think that's what they're trying to get. They're going to finally get a. I mean, we've talked about it, getting a ladies manager. You feel me, around for some of these women,
all these people that can't talk.
Yeah, they can't talk. I feel like they probably chose the wrong person, but that's Paul. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I guess SmackDown, I give it a B. It was definitely entertaining. And led by John Cena. So after that, let's talk about Trick. I watched this TNA. I watched Trick in TNA. I don't necessarily watch all of TNA.
Trick in there.
I watched Trick in there, and his segment when he does this oh man, bro. Now you have to find ways to be entertaining, right? We talk about it. It's always entertainment. You got an entertainment that goes with the sports, with the athletic side of it. When he said, "Yo, I got 50 days and all this other stuff," as in like I had 50 days in order to defend my title, or whatever. You can't force it shorter than that. Another that's entertainment. And then Santino with the with the snake or whatever like that to the lawyer, and the lawyer fell flat out. That's entertaining. That's entertaining, man. So it made me laugh. It made me think like, okay, cool. I'm invested for the next week. I want to see where this goes. So shout out for Trick just to find that angle, or whoever team came up with that angle. Pause. It's just a nice angle to play, and we just see what happens with it. So that segment alone for me gets I didn't watch the whole show, but that segment was enough for me. So all in all, it's been an okay week. Raw was a D-. SmackDown was definitely a B for me, and just shout out for that the Trick and A moment.
Yeah, so let's see, Raw, forgettable. I told you I'm maybe getting past the Roman Reigns segments. Well, I'll talk about a little bit more about something. I was pleasantly surprised at the PLE, but that's for the PLE. For Raw, even the Roman Reigns segments were getting boring to me. I was tired of watching those. And this was, like you said, he came out 2 times at the beginning, cut a promo, which was actually, if it wasn't for the fans going off, that would have been a horrible promo Roman Reigns gave on Monday. Like, it had been, what? He's talking about, I'm going to take your ass and his ass and my ass. And I'm like, whoa, what is we talking about here? So, I don't think he saved the show with that one. Even at the end and all, same old. It's predictable. It's the same thing. You knew what was going to happen. So I don't even got to get into Raw. It was really nothing. And shout out to New Day. Shout out to my guy Dietrich and all that stuff we talked before about the VPN and all that. Give him his credit. He called that on this show a few weeks ago. But also he talks about New Day and the emasculation of them, where they're out there mourning like black old grandmothers right now. I don't want to see it. New Day has went from maybe the best tag team of all time to one of the worst acts in wrestling. That's horrible. And other people would never be there that are legendary. I talked to folks about that. Like, I talked to Travis about it yesterday. I said Kofi Kingston is a champion, former champion. Big E, a former champion. Xavier Woods, a former King of the Ring winner. They probably have the most tag teams in WWE history, championships or whatever like that. They're first ballot Hall of Fame guys that were already at the top level as far as merchandise and all that stuff and popularity. And Triple H allows them to be used and abused like this now. He would never do it to John Cena. He would never do that to anybody else, but they are in that level where they're being treated like that. So that's disgusting. But yeah, I'm done with the New Day. If they want to accept that role, it is what it is now. I feel the same. Shout out to R-Truth. I never got a chance to talk about him last week. I'm done the R-Truth train as well. Shout out to Mello and Street Profits. If it ain't for them, then I don't know who's going to save wrestling for us. But that's a different conversation for later. Raw, like I said, Raw forgettable, just in general. Nothing I needed to see, nothing new. Our fighting champion is not on either show either, but I guess he'll return because of some stuff that happened on the PLE as well with the other guy. See, NXT, I didn't watch any NXT this week. Didn't feel there was a need to. I'm not really a Ricky Saints guy at all. I feel like he's probably going to be Oba finally, and then Oba's going to move up. I'm more interested in Oba moving up and seeing what happens with him. But we'll see. We'll cross that when we get to it. Trick and A, like you said, BA. I'm more of a highlights guy with TNA right now. I watch highlights more because I can't watch it. I don't have anything to watch TNA right now. So I keep asking folks, and they're like, you got to do this and this. And I'm like, I'm not paying for another app to watch TNA. I'm sorry. WWE, you're tripping. But I watched the highlights, like you said, that Trick part was awesome. Trick's the dude. As I said before, Paul is scared, definitely afraid to bring him up because it changes the dynamic of the main roster if Trick is up there. I think as soon as Trick comes up to the roster, he's on that tier of that IC US title. Like he has to be. He has to be, and he should be there. So we'll see what happens with that. But Friday, like you said, that's John Cena. John Cena was the dude. John Cena is the dude for Friday Night SmackDown. I've said that for a while. He should still be champion right now, holding it down for Friday Night SmackDown. But that's a different conversation as well. But yes, he made the show decent. I'm not gonna go as far as a B. I'd probably give SmackDown a C. I did enjoy it.
Let's hard pause, hard breaks for a quick second. Why isn't he the damn champion? Like what?
If I don't know why Cody Rhodes won it.
If this was the angle, and you know that he was going to go away.
They're goofy.
And on top of that, he had a baby coming. Like they knew Brandy was in her last trimester. They knew he was going to take a break for that.
Fighter.
Or
Street Fighter was coming.
Or you know what you could have done, right? Man, so Brock Lesnar just returned, right? John Cena could have still been the champion. And then he'd been fighting who? Brock Lesnar. Brock won't still be there past when John Cena leave. So when your guy Cody comes back, who already has a beef with Rock and all before, can have his rivalry again with Brock Lesnar to get his title back if that's how you wanted to do it. But now Cody has a title, and who gives a flying? Who cares,
because
bro?
The person that took him out is now fighting Randy. So where's Cody? Cody didn't have to have a chance. We would not have forgotten about Cody at the end of the day. We would have been like, we know it's social media. We know he's doing other stuff. It's okay. You are a superstar. We get it. It's okay. You don't have to have the belt to do that. This whole thing could have been way more with just John Cena being a champion and just kept it moving.
And this was the time they haven't had a championship.
They're doing too much.
He didn't have the championship as a
face.
Do a
heel turn too for Cody.
He didn't have the championship as a face. You feel me? So he could have had his little run right now as the face. John Cena doing this stuff before he lost it. But they gave it to Cody Rhodes for no reason.
For no reason.
It made absolutely no reason to get that belt back to Cody Rhodes.
Because they didn't play the calendar out right.
With him leaving. Hold up. I'm going to take it even further.
Because I'm imagining they knew when they're going to shoot the Street Fighter and all that stuff months ago.
Why did he win the King of the Ring? I told y'all that when that happened.
But they should have made him lose it, because then
why did he
they
win
do
the
his
King
thing
of
and
the
then come back
Ring?
and be triumphant return and then do whatever with that.
They just keep trying to give him
because
stats.
John Cena obviously is on a time crunch right now. Like he only has eight more dates left.
They just keep trying to give, but they just keep trying to give Cody Rhodes stats though. Like it's like just throw him another stat. I told you he's had a first ballot Hall of Fame career, and since he's been back in WWE.
Yeah, and not to count that he's promotion jumper.
Say he wouldn't have been an AEW and all that stuff already, right? If we just included this time he just returned back, his run outdoes Kurt Angle's. He's on a better run than Kurt Angle was. And Kurt Angle usually was known as the guy that had the quickest run to success and all that. His run is better than Kurt Angle's. Better than Brock Lesnar's. So that's my thing with Cody. And Cody's 40 years old, by the way. But yeah, I'm gonna give SmackDown a C. Like I said, John Cena was fine. Street Profits, they beat Melo on Miz. Miz took a pin. Melo took the pinfall. I don't know what any of this is leading to, because when we get to the PLE, I knew the Street Profits we were gonna get with that one. But hey, I mean, it is what it is. So I didn't need to see that. It was a good match, but I knew what it was going to lead to. But overall. You say what?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I'm gonna give the week in general I'm gonna give it a D as well. I'm gonna give it a D. I wanted to go lower than that, but I'm gonna give it a D. So yes. All right, y'all. Let's move on. We had a PLE as well. Clash in Paris. If you didn't know, I'll read off the results real quick. WWE's Tag Team Championship was on the line. The YS6 defending their championship against the Street Profits. The YS6 retained. We had, what is her name? Damn, I forgot her name that quick. Becky Lynch. Jeez. Yeah, I forgot Becky name that quick. Becky Lynch defending her Intercontinental Championship, Women's Intercontinental Championship against Nikki Bella. She retained her championship as well. I think we talked about no titles will change hands tonight. Then you also had Roman Reigns defeating Bronson Reed in a one-on-one single match. You had a Sheamus versus Rusev, and what's the name of that match? Donnie Brooke,
Donnie
right?
Brooke.
Donnie
Donnie
Brooke
Brooke.
street fight, and Rusev made Sheamus tap in that match. You had John Cena defeating Logan Paul in a one-on-one singles match, and Seth Rollins retained his world championship against LA Knight, CM Punk, and Jey Uso with a little help from his wife, the new member of the Vision, Becky Lynch. So,
Wah, wah.
yeah, let's go the opposite way this time. Pause, BA. Let's start with you real quick, bro. Give a quick rundown, highs and lows, and a lot of grade for this PLE.
Okay. So Romans, either Roman gonna start or he gonna open or he gonna close. So he definitely opened. The match was entertaining because he gave the power to Bronson. He was selling the whole match. And that's not necessarily a normal for Roman. So I appreciate him doing that for Brunson in his future career. But he still got the W. And they found ways to be entertaining. And I like that. Nice spots. Clearly the post fight was what everyone's going to talk about. Shout out for him to choke out. Shout out for him for choking out Paul Heyman. I think a lot of people felt just exercise some demons with that one. Shout out to that. But the shoe giveaway, I like that. I like every portion of that. I like him fumbling because he couldn't find a pin that actually worked. Like that's real stuff, right? He threw the shoe out, and then out of nowhere, Braun Breaker came through, and it was a wrap. And then they destroyed him, and then they destroyed Jay a little bit too. So it was nice. Shout out to Roman. I don't know when the next time we're going to see Roman. But
War Games, right before War Games.
Okay, cool, bet. And what was that said? That's November.
Yeah, so he's gonna miss WrestlePalooza, and then the next one is War Games after that, I think.
Okay, cool.
So him and Cody switching places, like I said. So Cody was gone, now he back, and yeah.
All right, that works. So yeah, entertaining. Hold up. That one spear that Braun did, he in the alleyway when Roman was coming up, he dove like at least 10 yards in the air, bro. Like, I give him that. That was probably one of the better spears he does. So he got that. Boom. Set that aside. The Donnie Brooke match was the best match of the night by far for me. They used everything. Everything that they brought out, they end up using some kind of way. They used every single prop. So they definitely went into the pregame for that. Understand the different spots and stuff like that. And these two guys, they're not, once they go elevated, that's not their warehouse. That's not Wade was saying this all throughout the match. Like, you're not a cruiserweight. What are you doing? And we don't even have a cruiserweight division. But he kept saying it, and they was doing certain moves and things. So they definitely, to me, brought the house down for just two guys fighting, no belt, no nothing, just straight out of respect at the end of the day. And they performed very well. The Becky, I'm not going to talk about that Becky last match. I'm skipping that. Shout out to John Cena and Logan Paul. Logan Paul performed very well. John Cena gave one of his virtuosos, and he got the W for that. John Cena has been putting in tremendous, crazy work. And so I appreciate him literally just putting out what they say, leave it on the floor. He's leaving it in the squared ring for his last year. Square circle, and I appreciate it. I appreciate every part of it. Thank you, sir. And the 4-way, that was cool. It was cool, but we knew what was going to happen towards the end. We knew it was going to be eventually CM Punk and Seth, some kind of way. And now Becky's involved. And I called this back when Seth, CM Punk, and they was battling, and then Roman jumped in the very end. I said, I don't need Roman for this particular match. I just need him, and then they're gonna bring in the ladies. Fast forward, now here come the ladies, and now we're waiting for AJ Lee. CM Punk even held up a sign or pointed to a sign that said something about AJ Lee. So that's to me, that's entertaining. I like to see the mixed tag. I like to see one of the veterans, old school veterans, come back that's probably hopefully still in shape. I think I look at AJ, she's still in shape. she's not like a Nikki Bella. She's actually still like heavy into it. So I like to see that. So hopefully that's on the horizon. Probably for War Games, knowing how we do things here. And
will we get the first mix? Will we get the first mixed tag War Games?
I think so. I think it works. You know,
are they going to do it with one lady and both of them?
I think they should.
That'd be awesome. I think they should too.
I think they should. And just because we know AJ Lee was one of those she was a real wrestler. She's not, like I said, she's not Nikki Bella. She's not, a diva that turned into a wrestler. No, AJ Lee was a wrestler through and through. So that's going to be entertaining when that happens. So yeah, all in all, I didn't talk about the tag team. Okay, it's nothing to talk about. Yeah, so all in all, I say about a strong C plus. C plus. C plus.
C plus.
I leave it alone.
All right. Travis, how about you, bro? Real quick, highs and lows for this PLE and your letter grade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. You sound a lot of good stuff. All right, Queen. Hold up. Was you back, Travis?
Did he move?
He did move for a second. I don't know. Queen, we gonna go with you then. What are your highs and lows for this PLE?
This PLE, man, it was about what I expected. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually tried to stay awake during the beginning part before it actually started, and I passed out and I woke up and it was right before John Cena and Logan Paul's match. And I was like, oh, I missed everything. And I was like, well, it's all kind of forgettable anyways, right? I went back and watched some more, not some more, but I went back and watched a lot of that stuff. And a lot of, at the end of the day, John Cena, we gonna miss him when he's gone. He's a great performer, great promo. Like he's at the stage of his life where he's putting people over, and he has like a huge love for Jake Paul for some reason. Like he got a hard on for him. I don't know why. But I watched that match, and the whole time he was like whispering in his ear the next move, every move that they were doing. So like, and it distracted me so much. But ultimately, John Cena is still the mic man. So, I as always enjoyed that. I watched the Ron Breaker thing, and at the end of the day, I appreciate that they're trying to put some new blood out there and stuff like that. But I don't know Ron Breaker's thing. I'm glad they're giving him identity and stuff by trying to give him a shtick with this shoe thing, and like it just. I don't know. It's just not hitting for me, but it was nice to see Roman actually, in a whole match. So, because I feel like it's been a minute since we watched him in just a one-on-one match with somebody. Like, let me see. Oh God, the Nikki Bella, that was the botched match of the evening. Becky, I don't feel like Becky is that athletic of a wrestler, so I don't expect a whole lot from her. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, usually every time I see her, she's been in somebody's hand back or something like that. That's really all she really be doing. But Nikki Bella, on the other hand, right there was kind of crazy because she just wasn't landing spots. She was causing basically a bunch of incompleted moves between her and Becky, like throughout the match. Like it was just like rough to see, especially since I don't know, I think we were watching WrestleMania and the guy was saying, yeah, like it'd been a minute since we saw Trish Stratus out there.
These days freezing, y'all. We sorry for the technical difficulties, but I think she was getting to the point that Trish Stratus Nikki Bella just looks like trash when she's out there. I'm gonna give a quick synopsis real quick. We can move on from this really. Tag Team Championship, Street Profits on 2 PLEs back to back. They don't have the championships. They didn't win. What I said
that's a fact.
Nikki Bella is trash. She was trash. And I'm sorry, not meaning her personality. I don't know the lady. She's trash. I don't know why.
She was trash.
I don't know.
She's trash now?
Yep. She was trash. Then her and Brie, the only reason I really think they really are who they are or whatever is because of who they were dating. I do not get it. I don't get why they got with the faces of total divas and all that stuff. I don't know why any of that stuff happened, but they are still being dealt with. So I guess little girls or whatever loved them or whatever. So that's fine. But she was trash. So that match, I'm sorry that Becky. I'm sorry Becky even had to go through that match. Like that was just trash. That's horrible. Could have been anybody else. Yeah, I felt bad for Becky, and I'm not the biggest Becky fan, but I felt bad for her being in that match. Sheamus and Rusev did their thing, but I was already tired of it by then. Pause. You feel me? That's the only thing. Like, I've already seen it like 3 other times, so it's like you're doing it again. I understand, yeah, you're showing off, but I don't want to see this. I don't even understand why you guys are fighting, like you said, BA. Like,
I think they put it out there for the European crowd. I think that's really what they did, so the
I
people in
guess.
Europe that other fans could come see it, because nobody else want to see that shit.
I guess. Logan Paul does his thing, man. He does Logan Paul thing. Cena shows off. Cena's one of the most underrated wrestlers of all time at this point. As far as his in-ring ability, I think people, because of his movement and how clumsy he kind of is, the way he looks, they think that he just can't go out there and put on a show. And John Cena's been doing that for 20-some years now. So I know people need to shut that up. Randy Randy didn't even. I thought Randy and Drew McIntyre would have wrestled yesterday, but I guess they didn't. What's his name? Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed. I actually enjoyed the match. Thought it was a good match. Thought it told a story. Kind of the way Roman Reigns matches go. And this is probably the second time since they've been together that I thought the vision would book correctly. That was at the end of that match with the way Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker destroyed him and tsunami'd him on the what was it, the board and all that when they about to take Roman Reigns out multiple times, and you feel me, Jey Uso trying to get in there and like no, and like you said, Braun Breaker about to leave, and then he saw Roman getting up from the table one, and he said, no, let me go down there and catch you again and all that. Like they were actually, but I actually started to believe, okay, yeah, they look like a team you want to get behind and all now.
That they don't need Seth?
Like they didn't need Seth. Yes, they shouldn't have had Seth. You're right. But they didn't have Seth, and Seth didn't even get into the story either, right? And
Paul Heyman and those two. That's all you need.
That would have worked. Or maybe one more guy. You could have 3 guys and Paul Heyman at that point. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody other than Seth Rollins. And them guys just take him. It's kind of like the Shield. But for the main event, I kind of had a feeling. I think I asked you guys, was somebody going to turn? And so I thought the 4th person was going to show up. It was going to be a 4th person. I didn't know it was going to be Becky. I thought it would be Becky before. So my thing with the Becky Lynch thing, and I don't think it got as much pop as everybody expected, because I think it's too little too late, BA, on a little bit of that. I think that's just something that should have happened once she was there, once he did the little turn. She was doing a little, hey, I was recording the guy and all that stuff. When she was talking all that stuff, it's like, well, are you a part of the vision? That should have been done. We were expecting a 4th dude at this point. Like, man, where's that 4th guy? And it's like, oh, it's Becky. Okay.
It's the man.
She's already there. We already know she loves Seth. She's been talking about it and all that stuff, and that she got over on all of this and all that stuff. So
she's going after the vacant women's title?
Nah, they ain't gonna give her both of them. If they do, then I mean, you like the way you talk about the old people and all that stuff. You found with them pushing her as far as the everything.
Becky 2 belts.
I don't think she's gonna get it though. I think she about to battle with I think she about to battle like with AJ Lee, like you said.
Yeah, I know.
I think her and AJ about to make the Intercontinental belt. They make an Intercontinental belt something.
And that's the thing with, like I said, the vision. The vision is to take over the Raw in a sense, right? That's what they advertise. That's what they say. That's their mission statement. But you only have one champion. Okay, so you get Becky, yes, and that's obviously it's not the main title. Why aren't the other 2 champions? Why aren't they tag champions?
Because they haven't canceled Judgment Day yet.
I don't give a damn what they do.
But didn't they just recently and all, except for the heavyweight, like they've been the team that had everything.
They were the vision in a sense.
Yeah.
Right? Shit is backwards, man.
Yeah, but
go ahead.
No, you fine. That's the end, basically.
Okay.
I'm gonna get his PLE, like you said, a C+. It was actually better than that Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch match is like, that's one of the worst matches of all time. That's at that level. Like, that's a bad match. And then that Street Profits stuff didn't have to happen. If they'd have gave you Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre too, you might be talking about a B+. You feel?
Because wasn't Jelly Roll there too?
And Post Malone.
Yeah, but he was in the crowd.
They keep calling Jelly Roll a rapper or something. I'm like, please stop doing that. Please stop calling him a rapper. He's not a rapper.
Oh yeah, I didn't finish my thing though.
Yeah,
I was saying that Nikki Bella's and Becky's match was phony because it was like grody. And then even with the Fatal 4-Way, it's becoming to the point where it's predictable, between LA Knight and Seth Rollins and them. Like we always expect that there's going to be some sort of outside intervention from Seth Rollins' crew, so it's just kind of like, meh. I didn't expect it to be Becky either, but at the end of the day, like it could be anybody because they keep trying to push, their faction, their lately named faction as hard as they want to. And I meant to go say something too as well about what's his name? I can't think of his name. The guy with the gloves right now, AJ
AJ
Styles.
Styles.
In them, yeah. Eh, As I said, like when they do some of these PLEs, I understand that they're doing them for their, the European crowd and stuff like that. But some of them be just lily matches that nobody wants to see. And I'm sorry that I called what's his face Braun Breaker like 5 times. Like their names are too close together. They shouldn't have made their names that.
Oh, you said AJ Styles Queen with I'm sorry, AJ Styles. They wrestling tomorrow.
Is that him
today.
on the thing? Who is that on the bottom right thing?
This-
Oh wait, that's the one with the Street Profits and that. Who is that?
That's the
Oh,
Wyatt
the
Six.
Wyatt Six people. I can't
Yeah.
even see those people. I forgot all about that too. Damn.
That's
Yeah, I
why I
thought
say,
AJ. Oh yeah, no. You're right. Cause yeah, we got that whole other storyline going on with AJ Styles. He on his way out too. Never mind. I forgot about that. Yeah. So, and that's what I'm saying too, is that a lot of these PLEs, it'd be just a bunch of people that we don't want to see. Like I expected there to be a AJ Styles because he's on every PLE right now, so I expected to see him there. Like to be honest, because he's on every one of them. So it's become, as I said, predictable. But at the end of the day, I would have probably. I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it a.
Say
Yeah,
it again,
it's a
Queen.
D. It was
What's a D?
for the actual clash in Paris. Yeah, I actually wanted to give it a D because I didn't get a chance to score earlier.
That's
Like
fine.
John Cena could have saved it and stuff like that, but as I said, I slept through most of those matches while they were happening, and then I woke up and watched them, and I could have just slept through them twice. So
Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah.
a D, a C plus, a C plus, and Travis, you broke up too. Go ahead, give a quick take and your letter grade.
okay. So basically, what I was saying was, I was agreeing with BA, but with certain stuff was like the whole Donnie Book match. I thought that was the least top two on the entire card. I felt like Logan Paul and John Cena did a good job actually. It felt like to me that we kind of got Super Cena a little bit, but not too super, but not on the level of like him against Cody Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I felt as if if he knew that Logan was going to try to at least outperform him, like with these acrobatic stunts and like that, let me pull some tricks out of my bag and see what I got, like what John will usually do, to see if I can counter this and do that little styles class that he did or anything like that. But I'm getting, but like what everybody's saying, I'm getting tired of the Y6 right now because now it's getting everything over and over. Like it's like you're basically outnumbered. Nobody's going to win unless somebody bigger or somebody's going to have to either get cheered more or somebody's going to have to get blown up as far as like the audience,
Mm-hmm.
anything like that. But there was like Roman Reigns, Bronson Reed did a good job. I don't even want to talk about Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch because I was blown like that insecurity kick or whatever that was supposed to be. I don't know if that was supposed to be Nikki, like trying to like get her, or like maybe Becky was too far away, or the timing was
It was
off. But
Nikki.
at
It was
least
Nikki. That should have been Stephanie Vac here. That should have still been Stephanie Vac
right,
here in
that's
her
what.
match against what's her name? Becky Lynch.
Mm-hmm. But at least we get something, later, I guess, for Raw. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say. But at least I'm satisfied that LA Knight did not take the pinfall. Even though it was pretty much over though, we went through that table though.
Yeah, they was done. I was like, damn, they out the match. Him and Jay, and I was like, okay. But all right, so what's your letter grade, Travis?
But like I said, I give it a C plus 2 also. It was better than Raw than SmackDown for the week.
3 C pluses and a D. Pause. All right. Travis, while you at it, while we got you before you freeze again, what were the highs and lows brought to us by?
By the good people of Fanatics.
This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem them in your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description. All right, y'all. We got some hot tea going on. So let's get right to it. The tea. And let's get right to the first item we have here. Welcome Devin to the stage. We got a special guest showing up, y'all, for the tea. He said he wanted to come here and bless us with his presence. Pause. But let me read off this from. Let me see if I can get to it. I'm gonna get to the words. This is from Jake Hager talking about Goldberg. He says he told Goldberg to stop coming in and taking our money. Wow, this guy definitely is a we the people guy, huh? Sorry. He can't run a spot. The only thing he could do is a fucking spear and get paid $600,000 for it. He's 58. Stop pro wrestling. Stop coming in and taking our money. Sorry, I'm not sorry. And that's from Chris Van Vliet's interview with Jake Hager, aka Jack Swagger. So since we got you here first, Devin, we'll start with you, bro. What do you think about these statements? This little beef that Jake Hager has with Goldberg. Is he okay with having his beef, or is he preaching?
I mean, if it's his personal feelings, I can't really say I disagree with him. I know Goldberg is just brought in for attention or whatever. But yeah, I think his time is. I think he needs to stop. He needs to stop showing up. I don't think that he's ever really been a great wrestler. He's never really been great on the mic. Pause. It's just his 3 minutes in the ring is what got everybody's attention in the 90s, and he's just kind of still living off that old steam. And I just think that we got too much talent out there nowadays to be wasting time with guys like him. Congratulations to him for his previous success, but it's time to let somebody else step up. I don't necessarily know if Jake Hager is the guy to actually convey that message, but I guess if nobody else is saying it, that's all I have for that.
So be it.
Huh?
Let me say something real quick. This was Goldberg's last match, right? That's what he said. It's a retirement match, right?
That's what I thought.
That's the way he said it.
So
Yes.
we're not going to see him again. Why are you bringing this up now? Like it's a mute point. He's retired. Like that spot that you're talking about is not. It's no longer there. He's not claiming it anymore. He's not showing up every now. He said he's done. Now he comes back at the retirement and does a Ric Flair thing. Then I get it. But also, are you mad because that spear and the jackhammer that he did was more than what you could do because the fans gravitated towards it? Like don't be mad because he was entertaining, because he was an attraction, pause, and you were boring. And that's what people were saying about you. Like, yo, you had the physical aspects, yes, but you're a boring guy. And that's what happened. So that money that you're talking about is warranted based off of selling, and he sells. The man had multiple shirts that came out. Why? Just because it was a retirement match and everyone brought it. How about you come up with some merchandise, and when no one buys it and it end up in some third world country, and then you be like, yo, what's the problem? Well, it's because no one likes you like that. It's just, it is what it is. So it's like, it's gossiping. Like he's crying right now. And you're a man, bro. Like, Paul, I'm not trying to be sensitive. Like, yo, man up, bro. Like it's just, it is what it is. You do you. Don't complain about somebody else that's doing them, and they're doing it at a high level with less moves, and they're more entertaining. It's just, it is what it is. And lastly, then y'all can go. He lost. like Goldberg came back to lose to put over to help the resume of Gunther. So he did what you want these old guys to do. You want their fans, their momentum, all those things. You want their resume to go against your one of your up and comers, and then let them beat them. So they kind of take a part of that. So yes. So now when Gunther go through his tirades and things like that, oh Gunther, yeah, I destroyed him. Who was next? And he can keep flowing after that. It's on his resume now. So what are you arguing for?
I think that's something they should have did with the streak as well. Take a guy who's on his come up and let them be the one to take the streak instead of Brock Lesnar. So, but Gunther beating.
I just feel like he's wasting everybody's time because at the end of the day, what is going on with you, Jack Swagger, Jake Hager, or whatever your name is? Ain't a lot going on with you, and I don't feel like Goldberg is taking no money out of your mouth, anyways. At the end of the day, he ain't taking no jobs from you. Like at the end of the day, I don't feel like anyone was like, "Dag, I was gonna book Jack Swagger, but Goldberg was available, so I booked him." I don't feel like that ever was a conversation anybody ever had about him. Like he needs to. I understand what he's saying. At the same time, is that he is an elder, a veteran wrestler, and that he's supposed to be on his way out. But at the same time,
we lost her. Travis, any opinions?
Like I said, I wasn't really a Jack Swagger guy anyway, so it is what it is. Like he was just no personality.
I'm a few things. One, Devin, the streak was supposed to be Roman Reigns. He was supposed to be the guy to take it, but he wasn't ready for it. The same way why they didn't let him beat Brock Lesnar, and they had to get Seth Rollins in there because the crowd was going to hijack the place of he to take it. They kind of did even when he did beat him. When he was the second guy that got the victory on Taker, they still booed the hell out of him, and he had to come out there and say, "This is my yard now," and all that. It was supposed to be Roman, but they just weren't. Vince McMahon knew the crowd was going to basically want to go riot and probably rip Roman's neck off, pause if he'd have take his record or whatever was his streak at that point. But bro, this is I guess right message in a way. Not right now. It should have been years ago. Right message, wrong person. Jack Swagger is trash. I'm sorry. He is trash. He's considered by most one of the worst world champions of all time. He's on that Mount Rushmore of the worst world champions of all time. He is trash. I'm like, yo, Jack, taking money from you out of your pocket and all, bro, you got fired from the WWE. They not looking to bring you back. You just keep getting older somewhere else because nobody wants you, bro. You stay over and you made an AEW and all, like you're not going anywhere. Yeah, I know, B. I'm sorry. I was muted for a second. But as far as like the Jack Swagger, though, he's just completely trash, though. Like I am not for him. He's sounding like I don't know if that gimmick's getting to his head, but I think he is like personally kind of that way with the gimmick. But he's a get off my lawn guy, don't tread on me guy, and all that stuff. Guys are taking my jobs, build that wall type guy. That's what he sounds like. I'm like,
that's what I was like.
Who the hell is taking your job, though?
Nobody was choosing between you and Goldberg ever.
Who's taking your money, bro? Jack Swagger.
But it's like I hear what you're saying, but not you though.
If he came at the WWE, he go to NXT.
Yeah,
basically. Or TNA. He probably want to go get a job in TNA. Truthfully, that's probably where he want to go next. Is TNA. Or go do the real MMA or whatever like that, bro. Because that professional wrestling, you trash. I know you had a great amateur wrestling background. I know you good at MMA and all. I think you won your matches over there so far. Go do that, bro. But stay away from pro wrestling. Your pro wrestling is 80% at least. You say what, Travis?
I said, is he in Bellator right now? Something like that?
I don't know if he back there, but he was before. I know he was. He did MMA for a second. His personality, wrestling is like 15% wrestling. Now it's probably a little less personality, maybe more towards 60-40 or 65-35 now, as far as your wrestling ability, but it's still more personality. And Jack Swagger has no personality. Like his charisma, in the old games, they have your charisma bar and all. Shawn Michaels would have like a 10 and all in the old games. Yeah. His charisma would be a -1. You feel me? Like he not even on the thing. It'd be like, no, he has no charisma. This dude is cringy every time he touches the microphone. Every time. Yep, every time. I remember he came out there. I showed Queen the promo when he came out there trying to be a face after We the People with his hat on back. Was that he came to SmackDown saying, "I'm here, my lovely wife and all that stuff," and nobody like did anything. It was like, whoa, this is horrible, bro. You are. And then his list was roasting Cody Rhodes. So no knock to his list. You gotta go get take a speech class, bro. Like if you really want to be better at this, go better yourself. You have no look. Look at your look. I'm sorry. Like, look at you. That's not. I'm trying to say it the most respectful way I ever could. Like, look at you, bro. That's not a dude. Nobody like, oh my goodness, I want to be like him when I grow up. No. So that's all I want to say about that. But let's get to the real hot tea, y'all. I got a nice video I want to play, and I want to get everybody's opinion about how you feel about this and just overall the video I played earlier with Kevin Owens. Don't think we forgot to talk about it earlier when the show started. But here's a little something else. I put a little compilation of videos of why it's difficult being a black fan of the WWE. Check this out.
You could say I'm the hot rod. Some folks call me the hot Scott. You know, I guess I'm a little bit of both. Now that I think of it, you could say I'm a little two-faced. But you know, Bad News Brown, you just got one face. Kind of face that needs a little customizing. For instance, let's take a look at them big bug eyes of yours. Look so mean and nasty with them gnarly veins in it. Look like you'll pop right out of them sockets. You know, I don't think you see that well. Of course, we can talk about them out of proportion ears you got that are just there to collect dust, dirt, and wax. And you don't listen with them. But I don't want to insult you. Other than that schnozola you got. Cute little schnozola with them dilating nostrils and that wonderful hair that comes out of the left nostril. Oh, about 3.5 feet long that you could pull cars with. Or you could wrap it, you could blade it, you could slice, you could dice with it. Which brings me to another part of your face, your mouth. Now, that's part of your body you don't have no trouble with. You're talking about somebody who knows about mouths, but you're talking about somebody that knows how to back it up. You see, you got a mouth kind of like Ralph Crandall. I got a big mouth! Well, I'm going to shut it for you, baby. The only thing you don't know, Bad News Brown, is which one? Hot Rod or Hot Scott is going to do it.
Well, it looks to me, Bad News Brown, that you're going to have to deal with a split personality.
Steps up, goes down.
Look at that, brother.
Let's see.
What'd that mean?
You know, the crowd just came from the bathroom, Croc. And you should have smelled what The Rock was cooking.
Oh, look at Milo. Nation ain't gonna like this.
I ain't faking. You should have smelled what The Rock was baking. The Rock was baking. Brother was baking.
look at Milo. He's the man.
Boss? How you doing?
Yeah. What's good in the hood?
Just hold it down. Trying to take care of business.
Keep it up, my nigga.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
You must be sleeping under a rock or something. You don't understand what's happening.
So now, the fucking security guards are all diving in after Jimmy, and now they're trying to help their friend. Well, Killer, I think, is the one that dove in and just threw everybody away and grabbed Jimmy and pulled him out. You never laughed long. And so, Brian Matthews, that's when Brian Matthews walked by. What do you want me to do? Fucking nigger out of here. That's what I want you to do. Whoa, when he heard nigger. Boy, now he is double right. I said, yes, that's right, goddammit. Because if I see something make somebody mad, and it's somebody that I want to make mad, I will work on that point. But I wasn't even talking to him. I'm like, here's the show that's folding down around our ears. There's a big fight going on. What the fuck? Matthew said something to me. I think he's fucking nigger out of here. That's what I want to do. Well, that goes from there. I said, fine. Fuck you. I guess you are a nigger. You see another one around here. Etc. Fucking drag him off. Security guards tell him to go to his room. Boy, usually when he gets dragged out of a wrestling match by the cops, you usually go to jail. And when it's on a college campus, they tell you to go to your room. You get punched. But yet when we get to Porsche, it's page one. It's a race riot. It's fucking ambulances, people screaming. You know, one guy got hit, nobody got hurt. We used to have better shit than that happen twice or three times a night as hard as it is now. Big fuck, shit like that happens in wrestling shows all the time. But the point is, who knew? Who knew what shit was made out of? The point is, damn it, 500 years ago we fucked with some people and the rest of us should pay every penny that we have for the rest of our lives to make us poor. Race relations. I don't care whether you're black, brown, purple, green, pink polka dots, or whatever. Anything can be wrong, except you cannot be wrong if you have been discriminated against in the past, or if your family or ancestors.
Anybody want to start?
So
we're all black people. Devin, you want to go ahead? I heard you say something, Devin. Hold on, Queen. I see Devin in the car. Let Devin go first. Maybe second.
Actually, I just want to say first off, I've never known that that bite from Jim Cornette even happened. This is my first time hearing that, and I can't say that I'm surprised, but I am disappointed, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. I think back in the day, growing up watching him, I kind of felt like he had that type of dialogue, but I never witnessed it. So I just, whatever. So I'm not surprised, but I'm very disappointed in that. I just wanted to throw that out there real quick.
No, that's fine. Queen?
So I wanted to say that I've always not really liked Kevin Owens, but I couldn't really put my finger on it. And that's going back a long time. I don't know what it is about the first time I saw him. I didn't like him. And watching him and Cody do their little drinking the whiskey thing and having their little heart to hearts and stuff, talk about their families and how you're a family man and all this stuff, and talk about each other, and Kevin Owens saying, I'm not a good human being, but you are, you're a great dad, and you're all this stuff. So then going back and seeing like footage like that, it's just like, it's not really surprising. I could see you doing that. Because at the end of the day, like, I know there'll be a lot of white people that will say the word doesn't mean anything and that it's just a word. Well, if it's just a word, then why do y'all intentionally run to that word when you want to make black people upset if it's just a word? So it has power. So it's just one of those things of let's not play the game. You know what I mean? Like, we know what it is. So it's just a situation like that where they try and make it out like it's a shoot, but it comes back to not even Cody Rhodes having a black wife and having a mixed child and all that stuff. It's the fact of thinking back about the fans. I think they don't, again, realize not only how many black fans are in the audience, but how many black fans look up to you guys. I don't look up to you, but I know there's lots of black dudes that do buy your merchandise and that you think it's so highly of you. So that's really what bothers me, I guess, the most, is that it's always the game of, stuff is a shoot. I'm just a character and da 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 da. But at the end of the day, you still choose what comes out of your mouth and what you choose to do and what you choose not to do. Like at the end of the day, everybody has a choice. Like there's nothing in your contract that says you have to say the N-word or you have to put on blackface or you have to do controversial skits that are against your moral character. At the end of the day, you choose to do what you want to do. A lot of those other people that were on the list, I already, kind of knew about them, so it wasn't like as much of a shock. Like they're basically footages that I've probably said in conversations to exist that other people have denied. You know what I mean? There's always that one person I'll be like, well, I never, and that's not even a shot to you, Devin. There's always a person that comes saying, I've never seen this before. I didn't know this existed.
I think she's saying we didn't have to see it to know that.
Mm-hmm.
Travis, BA. Before I could... Oh, Devin, go ahead. You want to rebuttal? I'm sorry.
Actually, I just wanted to ask a question real quick because I don't know if I mishear who that clip was. I thought it was Jim Cornette, but I don't remember hearing Kevin Owens.
It was okay. So hold on a second. You're right. You just joined the show. Here you go. I'll put this on stage for you.
Place myself not a fucking with a beaner and a fucking nigger. Does the N-word offend you, nigger? You made the right choice. And hey,
Wow.
And then Sami Zayn was the black guy's partner in the ring, and his what is it? Generico? Yeah, sorry. Persona and all, acting like he throwing a chair and all that. So yeah, that's and allegedly, I'll give you the story. Allegedly, KO went to the black guy and asked him if he can do it. So that's I guess asking a guy if he can call him an N-word, but that's what happened. And the black guy said, yeah, because that's a lot of people in wrestling don't want to give up their
And that
seat
black
all
dude
that.
don't
They just
represent
do it.
everybody.
And he definitely don't represent everybody.
Yeah.
So I tell you how stuff look different. Go ahead, Devin. I'm sorry. Now that you see that.
I didn't really have anything to say to that, but I mean, I agree with what you and Queen just said. He doesn't represent all black people, and if that was a conversation they were having privately, and he was going to say that word to him one-on-one with nobody else around, I don't agree with it still, but that's between them. But when he made it public and he said it, that's a whole other situation that black guy that he was talking to didn't even have the power to give him. So
yeah, it's like the what you don't know don't hurt you sort of thing. Well, now it's different. You done it in public, so now you can't act like it was a private conversation anymore. It was a private conversation that you chose to do publicly,
It's
and
basically
you decided to do it for
just
shock value.
It's basically what he just said about Jim
Yeah.
Cornette. It's basically what he just said.
Yes.
You can think a person did
Uh-huh.
something. You can hear a person doing something, and the person is this type of person. When you see something on video or you actually hear them do it, it's a different feeling. Then that's when it's oh man, I've actually seen it now. Like you're
Because everything is
seeing
your
it.
imagination until then.
Yes, it's your imagination how they may do that until you actually see it, and you see the evil and all. Like, man, hold up,
It's real.
that's actually that.
Like
But
it's the same thing with the Hogan thing. It was like, damn, this the guy who told us to eat our vitamins and say our prayers and all this stuff. That's brother.
guys told
That's
us,
him?
and people would tell us that Hogan and Flair and all them guys would call them niggas and all that.
Yeah,
but
and we're like, but
you
no,
never heard
he
it though, so
told
you're
us
like,
so.
man, I never heard Hogan said. You can believe in all that stuff, but when you hear him come on a remark or say something and say straight, nigger and all, you like, whoa, that's Hulk Hogan. Wow.
Oh, what?
So
It's like, huh? I thought you
Travis-
were someone else.
Travis or BA, y'all got anything y'all want to say before I touch on this? Pause.
And this is wild. Like I didn't remember the Roddy Piper clip. Like I don't remember seeing that at all because I'm probably like the youngest out of the entire group of y'all. But can we at least get a dark side of the ring for that Jim Cornette? Because it seems like you're there to tell everybody else's story, but
Yeah, I know. He always is the first one to talk some shit.
He got some skeletons in his closet too.
They need to have a whole dark side of the ring just on him. Yes, because there's a whole bunch of people that don't like.
Yeah,
Jim
he
Cornette.
another person that I've always never liked, but I couldn't put my finger on because he seemed like a slimy
because
person too.
because he looked like
slime ball.
because he
He's a
looked
racist
like
and a slime
because he looked
ball.
like a school shooter. Because he look and talk like a school
Yeah, and he
shooter.
always got beef with people.
Because he look and talk like a
And
school
it's never
shooter.
like he
When
always
you
wanna
look
snitch
at
on
him, he don't
everybody.
look tough. He don't look like somebody like women would love him. He look like a cornball dude that sit around that want to shoot up schools and all that. Think he want to stand behind a gun or something like that. Think he tough. That used to walk around with a tennis racket. That dude.
Yeah, didn't we see like a mall clip of him or something? Like he was in the mall
Yes,
and
where
saying somebody was
Santino walked up
harassing
to him.
him.
Santino was about to fight him in the
Yeah,
airport.
and he was like,
or something
he's
like that.
harassing
He's
me.
like,
He's harassing me.
Yes, because he supposedly slapped Santino on the head or something like that at an event or something. Santino like, what? And so he went to check him at the airport. He's like, this guy's trying to fight me and all that stuff. But
Yeah, he was crying. He was crying hard as shit.
Yeah.
You muted, bro. If you don't know that, I got you.
Thank you. What you just showed was like a compilation of constant reminders of, people say that they're not racist and things like that, but you see it and it doesn't go away. These things it dates far back, we know that, but I guess the oldest clip was Roddy, and that was in the late 80s, late 80s. So it's like that was a lot of our childhood. So people don't understand the ramifications of that. So say if you are watching wrestling and they say, yo, don't try this at home. Yeah, don't try the wrestling moves at home, but you might try some of the dialogue at home. So you just opened up certain things. You opened up blackface to a whole bunch of people that didn't even know it was around, right?
Bro,
Like,
the audience. I like watching the audience on that type of stuff. Like the audience be clapping and all the white people in the audience and all, even some black people. And I'm like, do y'all not know what's going on? This is horrible. But go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
Right. But what I'm saying is, like, even as a kid, some kids might not realize, especially black kids, they might not realize the significance of that yet, because they haven't necessarily been introduced to it yet. So now they might see somebody, and then they see somebody at school or something, somebody else doing it, and then they don't know the history behind it, and that's why it's an issue. And when do you teach your kids? Like, you can teach your kids about that type of stuff when they're 6, 7 years old. That don't mean that it's going to kind of sink in. And that don't mean that they can fall victim to certain setups and things like that. And when I mean setups, I mean growing up, realizing that you're playing Halloween. I mean, you're going to a Halloween party and all your friends is dressed up as Scooby-Doo characters, but you're the one that's Scooby-Doo. That type of stuff, like things like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's we're the joke. It's always we're the joke. We're the punchline. And what do we do to deserve it?
Right, and so things like that trickles in, and it makes it easy. It lowers your guard because you don't know, because you just thought that it was okay because it's on TV and everyone was laughing, everyone was dead to it. So I guess one of the main arguments against that is, well, what about white chicks and things like that? Y'all do it too, right? I'm saying, okay. The thing about that was, when you dress up like that, it doesn't have any historical relevance to it.
No oppression.
When you dress up as blackface, it has a historical. It was a way for people to codify against us, to dehumanize us, to make us look however it is that they wanted to look, which is often either a predator or something along those lines, something that you should be afraid of. So when you are afraid of something, you fear it. Fear leads to hate. Hate leads to things that you do when you're hateful against somebody else. So it's a different historical. It's a different historical like context here. So that's why the two don't equate to each other. And then you hear other people kind of use like for KO to even ask someone like that. That's where did you get the notion that it was okay to ask that? Like, why would you want to say that? So it's like, yes, please give me permission to be a racist. Please say yes to that so I can be that.
Why do you want to be that?
I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. They've always just been waiting for this. It's like, it burns up inside of them. Like, oh my God, I can't wait to do it.
Clip after clip of that. The Roman thing that goes back to the Samoan thing that we talked about a few weeks ago. It's like, that's they use that. They use that in their natural thing, and he was in his natural moment, and he called himself. But we know he used it. We dove into that. So just check back on that one for us. Led by Jacob Fatu, and it's just it never stops. And when people say like, why do y'all care so much? Because you don't see people calling other people of let's say the Jewish community something that rhymes with something that flies in the air that starts with a K. You don't hear that. You know what I'm saying? So why is it that we strictly don't hear certain things from other people, but we keep getting these little in the windows of that here for
because
us?
they yell it when they mad at us, bro. So they don't know. I hate when people say that kind of stuff because people aren't going outside. People aren't going outside of Walmart mad that you pushed a cart and they walked in front of a cart. They the ones did it and calling you the N-word. You feel me? Like, we don't do that to white people because we don't have a word to do that to white people. Cracker doesn't work.
Because it doesn't make sense because our brain doesn't immediately jump like that.
It's always we don't get on video games and say you acting like a nigga because that's the word that it means as far as that's something. What are you saying? What does acting like a nigga mean? What are you saying, white man?
And I think the issue too that they forget that it's not just in wrestling. We already got to deal with it all the time anyway.
Yes, in regular life,
it becomes exhaustion.
That's not having the sympathy and the empathy.
Be defensive about it.
That's not having the sympathy and the empathy that we're telling you we're going through something. You're basically ignoring it. You're saying no way you're going through that. Jim Cornette basically tried to do it at the end of his statement, saying that we did something 500 years ago, so we got to always be dealt with it and all that, and they get to do this and all. I hate Jim Cornette. I'd fight his big ass. I'd tell him that. I swear to God to y'all on that. I'd fight his big ass. I would fight his big ass. I do not like Jim Cornette at all. He's a piece of shit. He is one. He's to the fullest. If you don't know my story, I say it every now and then. I left wrestling for a couple years because of this reason. This exact reason. My Facebook and all talking about this. I realized that it's a white man's sport. It is a white man's business, a white man's sport. And I was a kid. I just realized they were telling me between BA and like Travis, it's the first time they saw Roddy Piper. I've been saw that Roddy Piper and Bad News Brown thing, but that was I went back. That was my first time paying attention to the DX segment again. I remember when they did that on TV. I was watching that live, but for some reason I knew X-Pac was in blackface, but they tried to like point it to X-Pac like it was just him and he needed to apologize.
Yeah, because he was the darkest.
All of them motherfuckers were, I'm sorry for my language, all of them were wearing blackface on that thing. They were just being light-skinned, bro. So they were like, I thought it was tan and all before. I looked at their face on that picture. No, they all had some type of light brown on their face other than the Owen Hart dude, Triple H included. What's his name? Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, when he starts it off West Side and all. They all have blackface on. That's disgusting. And people were in the audience. DX was a face. The Nation was the bad guys.
He was supposed to be a good guy.
People were out there cheering DX to wear blackface against the Nation. And they wonder why The Rock and them didn't like that. And my thing, it makes me mad at the black wrestlers and wrestling. That's why I'm like, bro, I can't get over this. You damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because really, you shouldn't be in WWE if you black. Yeah. You shouldn't be there.
Yeah, it's not for us.
It's not for you. Like, to be the Nation, have to go through that where they're doing that to you.
Like really, they could have sued. They should have sued them for like workplace discrimination.
That's horrible.
That's like what kind of shit. Like, and I know that there's probably people that think it's small, and I'm like, no, y'all understand that there was minstrel shows in this country where white people dressed up like black people and had
that will mess your whole mental up.
Black.
That will mess your whole mental up. You will not want to work right no more. It will change everything up just by saying that. Yes, that's not cool. Then you got another segment where John Cena, the face of the company, is talking to the boss, and he says, "What's up, my nigga?" in front of Booker T, and he has to make fun of it. Okay, let's go back. Let's talk about a couple things. What is WWE mad at right now? What are they like doing? Like, I guess PR for whatever that Becky Lynch just did. What did they do? What are they mad at?
Oh, the sensitivity because they said something about Ozzy Osbourne.
Got you. Why is it always is it never
no sensitivity
for them to talk about nigga and all that? Why is it never yo? So hold on. Here we go. I'm gonna add even more.
They don't see color.
They took Hulk Hogan out the Hall of Fame for that bullshit, right? So supposedly it was that serious when he did it that we take him out of the Hall of Fame. Then why you want it so badly to put him back in there? Why ain't Chris Benoit in there and all that shit?
And why are we still
seeing a bunch of BS when it deals with us? When it deals with us, it doesn't matter. It's forget about it. Move on. It's not that serious. Oh, they're not a racist. How the hell are you going to tell me that a white man is not a racist, calling me a racist term as another white man? How can you tell me that,
and
bro?
Plus, it's not even just the N-word. It's a bunch of stuff. That's why it's not
a whole bunch
one
of
thing.
Adds up to
I
it,
would love it if it was just one thing that we had to battle. But it's not. It's a bunch of different dumb shit.
This business is racist. It's been racist forever. I've left it because it was racist. I tried to come back. Triple H is that word. Sorry, I don't want to get sued, Triple H. But if you ask me and put me on a lie detector test, I'm gonna tell you what I think you are, and I really think you are. I think the whole McMahon family is that. I think everybody that's a McMahon is that. Sorry if you don't believe it. Every McMahon, that includes Shane, because Shane wants love from Daddy, so he'll do whatever he wants with it. Instead of writing Daddy off, he wants Daddy. Queen. Instead of writing Daddy off, he will do that or whatever. Let this dude, like Vince McMahon, that whole McMahon family, and all, they are all racist. Every single one of them.
People. Like, they're nasty people. They're racist people. We already know about all the stuff wrapped up with Vince. We know that Linda McMahon is destroying our government right now. Like, they're all nasty people. And Stephanie, like, why is she a part of a VPN? Like, I thought VPNs were supposed to be illegal for the longest time, especially when you use them on the dark net. What's going on? Like, why is all the rules just flipping?
I don't know. It is what it is.
Like, the rules...
This whole industry is just nasty. When you see guys like you try to stand behind guys like Art, when you try to stand behind guys,
anyways.
When you try to stand behind people like Art Truth and all that, you realize a lot of them aren't the dudes you want to stand behind. They're the dudes that Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks. They're the dudes that Harriet Tubman would have left behind or would have. Get like this because they're fine.
We want to leave
being what they are and all that, and it's like, yo, we trying to get you, trying to lead you here, and you can't lead everybody. So they're fine with it. That's okay. You got other guys that try to defend it and all that stuff. Say, oh, it's not this, and even that Booker T stuff when he was saying that it's not racist and all that, I was like, bro, I don't get it. So if they want to be on that side, they don't represent me. Like these are all characters. I never go along with these people and
at
look
the
at
end
them
of the
as
day.
like Joe or Noah. I don't want to be friends with you, bro. Like you're a Samoan that don't know how to keep the
Yeah.
N-word out your mouth. Like Roman Reigns is one of the best characters in wrestling, but a Joe, a Noah, I don't want to be around you. I don't want to be around Jacob Fatu because my
In real
mouth,
life, it wouldn't be your
like my
friends.
mouth, as far as me, if I'm in the presence of you disrespecting me, I'm going to say something to you. It don't got to end up being a fight or nothing like that, but I'm going to stand up for myself and say something. So we're going to have situations if I'm always around you and you always feel like you got to say the N-word. Because I'm always trying to say N-word around white people. You feel me? Just to not be around them and think they got a reason to say it back to me. I try my hardest. So if you around me saying it, I'm going to have something against you and I'm going to say something to you and not have an issue with saying it. So like, I can't do that. Vince McMahon saying it to me. I had a boss before that just thought he could say it easily and it changed the whole dynamic of my relationship with him or whatever. As far as that, I ended up having to get away from that place because of that situation. It's never cool. It's never cool to try to ask somebody to be that way. Like, we don't ask to be racist against other folks. We don't ask to do, like, I just don't get why racism is always downgraded at the end of the day.
If this
It's
was
just,
the Holocaust, it would be a
not.
different conversation.
It's not. See, you just
It would just be a different conversation. It would be taken with a different seriousness, but it's not taken seriously because we're black people, so we're just complaining.
Right.
Like, but
So
if it was the
it's not
Holocaust or the
downgraded,
named
it's
Jewish
not
people, they would
forgotten
be issuing statements. They would be issuing statements like, "Oh, we're sorry, we apologize to all the victims of the Holocaust, and all this, and we're giving money to, the like some sort of charity or something." But whenever it's us, we don't even get a statement on TV. They just move on.
Right.
Like,
So
we don't even get
it's
hey, our bad
just
last
us.
week. We were in bad taste about this joke. No, they just delete the footage or ban the footage or do stuff to try and make it go away. They never apologize. So it's never an apology or a conversation. It's we don't see color.
So when you think about it, sometimes it's like, I know one of the things that people say is why do you? That's not Chris Benoit. Why did you even bring that up? Right? And it's like, well, what you don't understand is you don't like you say, you don't have a word like that was meant to look down upon your whole entire existence. So when you hear someone say it, it's like we can honestly, like, I don't know about everybody. I think for myself, you can link when one person say it directly goes right into slavery. Like it's like a straight hyperdrive right there. Like we are here now. And you feel that you feel your ancestors and all those things when they say it in a derogatory, in any way, really, but especially in a derogatory way. It's like we here now. Like it's no lead in. There's no. We are fast forward. We are here right now, and that's the
We're
difference.
fighting.
So no, it is not Chris Benoit situation. No, but it takes me to a point where a lot of Chris Benoit situations happen, and that's why we're so.
No offense, but Chris Benoit was 3 people situation. Slavery is much deeper than that. That's 200 years of stuff, millions of bodies lost. That's a whole different. That's Holocaust numbers.
If you're white and you're saying the N-word, hold on. If you're white and you're saying the N-word, I think the worst of you. Like, I want you to know that. I want every white person watching this show right now, if you see me and you wonder how I'm thinking, if you're white and you say the N-word, I think you are a racist. I look at you as a terrorist, like in that extreme. I think a lot of people from slavery and all, there are a bunch of war criminals that never got tried, that never went down because we never got past that. If you really want to think about the whole thing. So it's a whole situation of the country was built on slavery. The country was built on slavery. There are a bunch of people that didn't go down. Abraham Lincoln wanted to get the two sides together. Nobody went down for the war crimes. We just cool now and we left it together and all that. That's how it went. So if you want to go into a deep conversation, we can have a deep conversation as a black and white. If you want to ignore it, you can ignore it, or we can have a conversation, whatever it is. But every white person that says the N-word is a terrorist to me. I look at them as, I want, if you will say it out loud and say it that way and be heard saying the N-word, then I just wonder what you say in secrecy and all that, and privacy, as far as by yourself about anybody. And usually the ones that say the N-word,
privacy if you talk
and
like
usually
that
the ones that say the N-word, like Jim Cornette, are the ones that say every other slur. That think they just prideful and just think they have enough entitlement that he can do whatever he wants. That's Jim Cornette. Usually the ones that you catch him for one, they end up being everything else. That's how they are. So there's no reason.
Entitlement, right?
Yes.
It's only one group of people that thinks they're always entitled. And
that is what it is.
Blinds you to what we're trying to say.
Yep. If you really cared and you really were about the movement and the struggle and helping us out, then you'd listen and help, not argue back. You don't argue back with people when you don't argue back with gay people when they tell you not to call them the F word. Why? Just don't call them that. It ain't that hard. You don't argue with the woman when they say don't call me a B word. You feel me? Just don't call them that then. Like, you can think whatever the hell you want to think in your head, because we all think. We all people. We're not stupid. You say what you want, but you don't have to say it out loud. You have that right. That is your right, or what is it? Your free will, or whatever you have as a person. Just you can choose to say something out loud, or you can keep it in your head. And if you can't decide to keep it in your head, if you're not respectful enough or have enough empathy and sympathy to keep it in your head and say, you know what, I don't have to say that out loud, then I don't know what to say. I think you're a terrorist. That's all I got to say. I can't trust you for anything else. So, like I say, that's my last point on that. I already knew about this as far as the wrestling thing. Most of these wrestlers, it's a white man business. Most of the wrestlers say nigga. If we go through the locker room, probably not as much today. I don't know, because they on a different level of wrestler as far as how they want to be seen and all. But if we went to in a wrestling locker room back in Hogan in them day, I bet you they were just saying it just freely. Rikishi obviously says it. He hangs out with Godfather and them, around Undertaker and all them. So it makes me think about everybody, because they got whole little groups and all. So it is what it is. But anybody else got something they want to say before I move on and basically end this show? We can get to the questions and comments.
And just in my opinion, that part with Piper, the part with DX, like, one, I think you're trying to get shock value out of it, but two, you have to know that you're being intentionally hurtful to a specific demographic. If Roddy Piper did that same promo, and he had, instead of doing blackface, he did, something like Two-Face and had his face disfigured, I wouldn't care. But the fact that you chose to go blackface means that you intentionally were out to target hurt a particular demographic, which is us. And yeah, just like when he said before, I was a kid, I didn't understand that. The same thing with DX. I didn't understand it. Hell, I was probably celebrating it. Just because I didn't know what was going on. I thought that they were just trying to be funny and that's it.
A white man can dress up as a black guy. A white man can go be Blade without getting black. You can dress up like Blade, cut your hair like Blade, put glasses on, and go be Blade without darkening your skin. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do that. When you do that, you are being hateful. You feel me? When you're doing that, when Roddy. So what I think about then is, how many Halloweens have you seen in the Triple H household? Anybody?
Yeah, I was actually going to get to a whole story about that.
Anybody? How many Halloweens have y'all seen? How many public Halloweens have y'all? Y'all don't see.
You don't see any. We don't know what they do.
That don't make you think that they themselves they doing blackface outfits and all that?
To a Halloween party, I want to say it was 2007, and I went to it was on a military compound at somebody's big ass house, and it was a huge party. And I remember there was the lights were faded in the kitchen, and I was eating food, and I saw that there was a group of people dressed up like Reno 911. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Ha, ha, ha. I love Reno 911. So I went up to him. I wanted to take a picture with him. When I took a picture with him, I realized the guy that was dressed as the black dude was in blackface. Once I looked at the picture on my phone. And I said, what the fuck? Why are you in blackface? And he's like, well, I'm just being the character. And I'm like, well, why are you in blackface, though? Like, and the fact that everyone was like, well, nobody worries about black.
Okay. I just she froze up again. I'm like, oh my goodness. All right, y'all. Travis, BA, actually, I'm going to BA. What was that segment brought to us by? Let's move on.
Downplay it and start trying to act like I was overreacting. And the whole night, every time I tried to take a picture, somehow you stuck in my pictures. That was the end of the story. So those are all the pictures I have of that night, of that dude in blackface in the background when I wanted to see my outfit.
Understood. They don't give a hell. BA, what was that segment brought to us by? And you muted. Shout out to Playback.
Thank you to our friends.
Shout out to Playback.
If you're tired of the national media and the annoying ways they sometimes cover sports and other events, give the Glow Sun Production channel on Playback a try. We cover new and old school basketball, wrestling, and geek culture. And just recently, we've added boxing, mixed martial arts, anime, and even video gaming. So if you have time in your busy day, give our channel on Playback a look and check out some of our replays while you're at it. Another special shout out to our favorite at Playback. Back to the show. BA, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I
You
couldn't
got
find a
mute?
cursor, man. I
Okay.
was looking for the cursor. I couldn't find
I was saying you got to run. I know we're getting low on time, or we get into the questions. We just gonna end the show with that, or what?
We can get the question.
Okay. All right. Let's get
All
straight to the
right.
questions and comments, y'all. If you got a question, please hit us with the @WTC. Be respectful in the comments, and we'll get to your questions before the end of the show. And let's get right to them.
Sponsored by True Classic.
Always wanted to try True Classic, but hate shopping online? Keep watching. You've probably seen our ads online. Look, I get it, you're skeptical. I mean, is everything we sell really as soft and well-fitting as we say it is? If you need to try us before you buy us, True Classic now has stores nationwide. Visit one of these stores and you can fit, feel, and outfit a bunch of our customer favorites. So don't wait for shipping or worry about how much to spend. Visit one of our retail stores today and see the True Classic difference for yourself.
Hey, shout out to True Classic and DDP. All right, let's see. We got you, Queen, in the building. I see you in the comments. Got our guy Latte. Latte's my guy, man. He says this PLE, the best match was Cena won. The ending for the main event. If they don't blame AJ Lee, if they don't bring AJ Lee back, the whole Becky joining visionary BS crap is boring. I'm with you, Latte. They better bring her back. Latte also says, also, I'm so fed up. Braun doing the same ish over and over. Reed as well. Can they do something different? I know they're trying to take Roman out for a while, but it's so repetitive on watching Raw. True. I can't get mad at you. Latte be having points. He also says Roman watched so high, carried by him. I still can't find any good stuff from Reed at all. No moves, just power. If that's the case, I should just watch Brock Lesnar instead. This visionary group BS is boring. And he said, "Hey, Queen," to you. And he also says D- for me. Pause right there. The ending just very underwhelming. I didn't even pay attention. It said in the chats, it's so predictable. Back to baseball. Shout out to our guy Rel, man.
With yes,
sir. The originator of Glow Sun Production himself.
Don't even know what to, but yes.
And Latte lastly said Jack Swagger, who? The one who looks like a joke in WWE and background character in AEW. Facts, Latte. Facts. I don't know who the hell Jack Swagger think he is even saying it. Taking his jobs.
Yeah, so whoever gave that name, underwhelming person for that name. Could have been anybody else.
Hager. Both his names are corny. Jack Swagger and Jake Hager.
Can I say I used to think he was
Jack Swagger is a character off of Red Dead.
Oh, you thought he was
Red Dead, not Red Dead Redemption,
Biff
but Red
on
Dead, the first one.
On Back to the Future.
I thought he was that's not far off. He not far off.
What?
Oh, man.
But all right, y'all. Thank you for joining. We had a lot to talk about. I know we went over a little bit over an hour. We got to an hour and 30. Talked about some good things here, some major things. So do us a favor if you're into this type of content. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. If you are new, either way, hit that like button as well. Hit the notification. New episodes of We Talk Combats. We normally do this on Sunday afternoons, but we didn't do it this Sunday because of the PLE. So sometimes we do it Sunday evenings if there are PLEs on Sundays, or sometimes we may have it Mondays for you. Who knows? Also, do us a favor. Check us out on Discord right now. It's in the description. We're going to be showing the Raw episode, which should be showing up. When does it start? Now?
It's actually already going on.
It's already going on, so it should be already going on. So check us out already. If you haven't already, you just have to be a subscriber to the channel to be in the Discord theater. Also, while you're at it, follow us on our other channels. First and foremost, follow BA, Rel, Will, and Big J. Sorry, Big J. He gonna say I'm a hater on Cuz We Geek, where they talk about all things in the geek culture. on TV and movies. So shout out to them guys. They have shows every Tuesday and Saturday, correct? Yes.
Tuesday night, Saturday morning.
Okay. Also, follow my guy BA, Larry and Calvin, the 695 crew, even though they're from Baltimore. 695 is the county. I told them that before. But on Get Off the Damn Fence, where they talk about all things in pop culture, sports, and everything else, mainly sports, though, even sports entertainment as well. So check them out over there. BA, Larry, and Calvin as well. My guys over there. Also, follow myself and Rel on Cap and Crown, where we talk old school and new school NBA every Monday and Wednesday. We actually have a show later on this evening at 11 p.m. Eastern. Follow us over there. We're trying to get to our goals. Everybody's trying to get to their goals. This is Glow Sun Production. We're trying to show up and show out.
Yes.
ESPN better look out. But other than that, let me see. Did Queen come back? She's not on the stage. She have her screen off anyway. But other than that, we appreciate y'all. Devin, you got anything you want to say? Travis, you got anything you want to say? It's always a pleasure to have Devin back on the stage.
Just make sure you got your VPNs ready.
Hey, yes, sir. Travis.
Shout out to Stephanie McMahon.
I should have saved that again and made that a clip, but I was like, nah, I'm just gonna make it. Check out the shorts if you haven't already. I made a short about that on the Wheat Flips where you can check it out, where Dietrich called it, and I connected it, and I guess edited and connected to the Stephanie McMahon promo she had as well about the VPNs, about Shark or whatever it was. So check that out. Also, lastly, I'll say prayers up if you could for Queen. She has her last chemo session. Hopefully tomorrow we should be ringing the bell, so that should be a great thing. Her GoFundMe, if you're still interested, is in the comment section. The description section as well. Feel free to help out if you want to. If not, please share it if you could. Let somebody else know. You could be helping us out. But it should be a great day tomorrow. Follow us on all our socials. We'll be having all pictures and conversations and all about it. That's probably what we're talking about all day.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long ass day. So look forward to updates. If you want, send us some food because we'll be there all day. Literally, probably be there like 6-7 hours. So yeah, I'd appreciate it, and I appreciate the prayers. And then also congrats to my homies BA and his wife. They got a new bundle that should be coming soon. So I look forward to having another friend.
He probably going to say something.
Well, he was all trying to leave out. He don't even be trying to be showing all that part of his life. But, congrats to them. They got another one part of the tribe. He's trying to be the new tribal chief.
He's trying to be the tribal chief. And you keep taking the Shula Fowler. You keep taking the Shula Fowler. Go ahead, BA.
So tomorrow also in the positive news, we will be inducing tomorrow. So pray that everything goes well with that. And yes, hopefully another I didn't necessarily see it coming, but hopefully another member comes safe and sound, healthy. So shout out to the wife. Hopefully everything goes well.
Yes, sir. Major congratulations to everyone on the panel, man. It's an awesome time. Appreciate everybody that watches the show consistently. Appreciate all the new folks that have joined. We like to say we close to 100 subscribers. Please help us get there. We're trying to get there pretty soon. We really want to get to 500 so we can get monetized.
Also, we're on TikTok. Come talk trash over there too. Y'all be wanting to talk. Y'all be talking in the comments. Go to TikTok. I know a lot of people are active over there. Talk trash over there. We like it.
So we can get you even more comments or even more hot fire content over here. Yes, listen to what Queen said. Follow us on TikTok. People always going back and forth in the comments. I don't know why they don't come over here and talk their trash on the stage when it's live, but that's a different conversation. But other than that, it's myself, King. I got Travis with me. Devin's here again, special guest as always. Whenever he's here, Queen's in the building. She's about to beat cancer, chemo queen. Probably no longer. It shouldn't be any longer. And shout out to BA being another daddy.
My name.
He's trying to beat Jacob 5-2 and Roman Reigns pretty soon. New bloodline for him. All right, with all that being said, y'all, this is We Talk Combat, the best damn combat review show on YouTube and everywhere else, and also the blackest, if you didn't know. We'll see you next week. Same combat time, same combat place. We out, y'all. Peace.